corporate America has decided that there should be more part-time jobs, and they can take the profits to the top.
Everybody has to stand together, to be together as one, and that's how you take on corporate America.
It's been the most dramatic confrontation between industry and organized labor in 2 decades, but tonight the Teamsters are voting on a new contract.
This is a great victory. This is a great victory for everyone.
Because it is what this country needs. Decent jobs, a chance for the dream, a chance to purchase a home, to bring your children up properly, be able to send them to college. Enough is enough, and it's about time that people start fighting back on this, and you have seen what has taken place.
This survey.
Months before the 1997 contract negotiations at UPS began, Teamster members filled out surveys and held meetings to tell union leaders what the priorities should be.
We talk about wages, we talk about pensions and health insurance, and those are all very important issues. But we've got major work to do in the next contract in terms of subcontracting. I think
the keys to victory would be to build unity among UPS workers and support from customers and other people in our communities and around the world.
They are among thousands of UPS workers around the world holding demonstrations today. They want better wages and pensions and stronger safety and health protection. Another big issue here is subcontracting.
Well, the Teamsters Union has taken a novel approach to its latest contract talks with UPS. Members are trying to get management's
from
attention
across
by
the world blow the whistle on alleged
them.
abuses in the workplace.
And a key issue is one of labor's most important issues of the 90s, part-time versus full-time jobs.
I'm an air walker. I get 3 hours a day. I've been here 5 years, and I want a better, longer paying job. I need it.
As unions are coming back, people are getting fed up with corporate America taking away benefits, reducing jobs to part-time jobs. It's time to put a stop to it.
With a few weeks to go before the contract expired, UPS was demanding major concessions. Teamster members voted by 95% to authorize a strike, if necessary, to win a good agreement.
We have a last, best, and final offer that...
On July 30th, the day before contract expiration, UPS made a so-called final take-it-or-leave-it offer and demanded it be put to membership vote.
They should be out sending that final offer out for ratification vote.
But the Teamsters National Negotiating Team knew it was not the best agreement we could win.
Last, best, and final offer.
The company was demanding to shift more full-time package car and feeder drivers' work to low-wage part-time positions.
Last, best, and final offer.
Create only 200 new full-time jobs per year.
Last, best, and final offer.
Provide lower wage increases than the past contract.
Last, best, and final offer.
Let UPS control workers' retirement money.
Last, best, and final offer.
And increase subcontracting.
UPS and the Teamsters Union talked throughout the night after last
President Kerry and the Teamsters National Bargaining Committee negotiated for 3 days past the strike deadline and gave UPS a new union proposal for a good settlement without a strike. But management wasn't interested.
What's their position? To move it more in the direction, expand even more part-time, low-wage, throwaway jobs. That's not what America wants. That's not what our community wants, and certainly that's not what Teamster families want.
You don't see them now because they're all gone, walking picket lines.
185,000 drivers and package handlers hit the picket lines at midnight, unhappy with the latest...
The strike began on August 4th, and months of building unity and public support paid off.
I have a 15-month-old son at home, and I want a full-time job and full-time wages and a full-time pension, so I can spend some time teaching my son my values. This strike is for him and for American families everywhere, and I'm willing to sacrifice everything I have, and as long as it takes, to make sure that Americans know we cannot have a part-time America anymore.
Now, I'm looking forward to retiring soon, after 33 years with this company. So the company's proposal to take over my pension plan scares me.
Half the job is not enough! Half the job is not enough! Half the job is not enough!
My mind strike is for my future, for my son and my family. That's why I'm here. I want a better job.
full-time job, something that he could look forward to.
And the fact that these pilots and these auto workers and other people have come together, just plain ordinary people, to stand here sends a message about what kind of America do we want in the next century.
Teamsters, Teamsters, Teamsters,
It's about the labor movement in this country, and we're leading the charge. And we're going to turn it around because there's enough money to share, and we're going to make them share it.
In Chicago, the AFL-CIO threw its weight behind the striking Teamster.
They picked up the gauntlet on behalf of all American workers and their families. And their struggle is now our struggle.
And later today in Indiana, UPS strikers may get support from an unusual group. FedEx workers are planning on joining their brown-shirted courier brothers on the picket lines.
And as I tried to stress to the Federal Express drivers the other day, who are also considered part-time, we're just doing this for them also. Sooner or later, they're going to have to unionize and figure out that they are not part-time workers.
UPS has always said that business is built on a people business. Well, we're the people, we're the company. So we have them out knocking on customers' doors, asking them to please continue to support. The customers have been great, the community's been great, and that's how we're going to win this strike, with the community supporting us, because we need those full-time jobs for this community.
It looks like the people are very supportive of us and, our cause, our strike, and things look good,
Very cool then over on that side.
12 days into the strike, with no agreements on any major issues, Ron Kerry announced that UPS workers and their supporters would launch a new round of actions.
In many communities, supporters of the UPS workers are working up to a coordinated day of action next week.
In Connecticut, hundreds of teachers, machinists, and prison guards joined the Teamster picket line during their lunch hour. In Atlanta, air traffic controllers have given the Teamsters $10,000.
Civil rights leaders, civil rights organizations, other AFL-CIO unions.
I am machinists, and we're here for y'all.
And everybody's digging in, everybody in the country's digging in, because this is a very important labor struggle, and I feel sure we're going to win.
As you heard in the news, United Parcel Service workers are going to be back on the job today.
Several days later, UPS agreed to a contract package that achieves all of UPS workers' key goals.
Nearly 400 local Teamster Union presidents unanimously approved the agreement after giving their national...
By almost every measure, the tentative settlement appears to be a victory for the union.
We won a real good contract.
Teamsters won 20,000 guaranteed full-time opportunities for part-timers over the next 5 years.
It was a fight for really America. Because there's so many people who are stuck into that part-time.
We also won the largest pay increases ever at UPS for full-timers, part-timers, and air drivers.
It shows that by banding together that we can accomplish the goals and the benefits that the American workers need.
The new contract prohibits UPS from using subcontractors for feeder work except for peak season, and then only if the local union agrees. Feeder work now being done by subcontractors will be bid to UPS sleeper teams.
Big industry has got to notice that the working people are not going to put up with it anymore.
We stopped management from forcing all Teamster UPSers into a company-controlled pension plan, and won major increases in pension benefits. We also won improvements for part-timers not covered under Teamster plans.
What we're doing is for the future.
And we won job safety rights on over 70s, and a guarantee that if UPS ever wants to raise the weight limit again, they must first reach agreement with the Teamsters on health and safety protections.
It's for your own.
This fight was lots larger than the Teamsters. This was a fight for America, and we won it.
You already know. Show some love to the men who are wearing the brown clothes. That's the men in. That's the men in. That's the men in. That's the men in brown, clown. Yeah. Yo, man, we're the men in brown, man. The UPS. You can't live without us.